taught himself to read. In the mid-'80s or the early '70s, young man I was, growing my hair long, talking about how black and proud I was. My grandfather came to me, pulled me aside, and he said, listen, Sonny, I didn't go through what I went through in this country so that you could be black. I went through what I went through in this country so you could be a free man to go where you want to go, talk to who you want to talk to, and say what you want to say. And that is exactly what I have become, a free man. But my friends, as I come to a close, you need to know that if we allow socialist ideas to invade our country, we will lose our country. And I don't know about you, but I stand here before you right now and I say loud and clear for everyone to hear wherever I go, if there is legislation passed that will go against my conscience, if there's legislation passed that goes against the Constitution, I will stand against that legislation. I will not comply to that legislation. I will fight it with tooth and nail every step of the way. We will not comply. And so, my fellow Americans, there is a question that I have for you. And it's a question that you need to consider very carefully. Because if we fail in our efforts in this election cycle, we will begin to see our country fade and drift away. The liberal bloggers and the liberal media is already sending out the word that conservatism and the republic is over. And all we await is the death of the gasoline engine so that we can put algae in our gas tanks. They're already sending out the word that America's time and the sun is setting upon this country. So there's yet another question that you must consider. And this is the question. What are you prepared to do? I am not calling for anarchy. I am not calling for violent unrest. But I am asking you, what are you prepared to do? Our forefathers, 235 years ago, 36 this year, brought forth to this land a new nation, conceived in liberty, dedicated to the proposition all men were created equal. Here we stand now, my friends, on a great battlefield. And we are to determine whether or not our republic will long endure after this presidential election. I tell you to flee economic slavery. And in the words of Jesus Christ, as he stood on that Mount of Olives, he spoke to people just like you, people who were looking to strengthen their faith, people who were looking for hope, not only for themselves, but for their children. And he spoke these words to them. He said, you are the salt of the earth. But if the salt loses its saltiness, it is good for nothing but to be thrown out, trampled under the foot of men. He went on to say that you are the light of the world. And a city that is set upon a hill, it cannot be hid. My friends, As a Baptist minister, I tell you this, Tea Partiers, I was proud to be a Tea Partier then, and I'm proud to be a Tea Partier now. Let your light shine that men see your good works. Then finally, friends, I travel all over this country. In Tel Aviv, we established the first tea party in Israel. We call it kosher tea. So my friends, Freedom Works, Matt Kibbe and the gang, we were sent over there by leader Dick Army. We started with 70 people in a small room. And their thirst for freedom has made them grow to over 1,000 right now in a country that's basically socialist. But I travel all over this country. Sometimes I was telling Joanne that you have to shake unfriendly hands, and sometimes you wonder, what have you gotten yourself into? Sometimes you're in peril of people who hate our principles and hate us. And I got to tell you that we're in a fight this time. This isn't just some Tennessee waltz. This is a fight that we're in now. And friends, I tell you, we better win it. But as I travel across this country, it is always good to know that there are people like you here in San Antonio and up in Indiana, and my friends even in Oregon and all over this country, Wilmington, Delaware, all over this country, in Louisiana. It's always good to know that there are people who stand with you, people who pull for you, and people who pray for you. So I do have just one more question for you. Are there any patriots out there? Is there anybody out there who will stand and defend the Republic of America? Is there anybody who will stand up for God and country? Stand up for America. Patriots, stand up. Stand up. Stand up. God bless you. God bless America.